When it comes to demonstrations, and again, people still don't understand this, but obviously PF is so much bigger and so much more organized than we were previously, and a lot of that is due to the demonstrations. And people will say, "Oh, well, I love it when y'all are doing book clubs or literature readings or disaster relief or training, or you're doing these seminars. I love all that stuff and the hikes and the family events, but I just don't like the demonstrations." It's like, where do you think I got those guys?
Yeah, right.
I love swimming, but I hate getting wet. That's an integral tactic in accumulating these people. It's like, why don't you just get a ton of followers on social media? Well, I can't. Because we're censored.
And you're just going to get banned too.
Absolutely, but you can't censor a march. You can't censor a march in the same way that you can censor, a bunch of TikTok or Twitter accounts. So it's obviously successful in the way that we do it. And then there's the matter of people don't understand association. That that you hear it, oh, Rico, that you're gonna, if you have any group of people doing something, all it takes is one bad person to do something stupid, and then everybody's going to maximum security prison for the rest of their lives, which isn't actually how it works, especially with RICO specifically. It's thrown around as a big boogeyman, and I'm sure the feds kind of like it that way. Not that I'm saying Fed jacketers are feds, some of them are, but anyways. And I think, that's a big boogeyman, and people don't understand that you need, at some point in this whole thing, you're going to need to start working with other people. Yeah. There's sovereignty, and there's having our own republic again, and we're not going to get there without some kind of middle ground space of a bunch of Twitter anons to sovereignty without people working together. And even if you're a podcaster, even if you run a show, even if you sell t-shirts or you do anything, you are associated with people.
Right.
And you're going to have to figure out how to associate with people at some point. Better do it now. It's like people that wait for the apocalypse. They wait for this great, calamity, and then I'm going to,
Yeah, you got to have that in advance. I mean, when the thing hits, if you don't have the organization, you're just going to get stumped.
No, absolutely. And I mean, at some point, everybody agrees that you're going to need a brotherhood and regimentation and organization. But our stance on the matter, our opinion, is that it's better to have it now because it's a lot more useful now than in the hypothetical sense. So that in marches, right, they do so much. We could do a whole podcast just on marches. But they do so much for the morale. They do so much for the planning capabilities of the men. And they attract so many people. And they don't need to change they don't need to change congressional legislation. They just need to be worth doing. And in that sense, they are.